Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am working with a new camera today, so let me know if you guys notice a quality difference, and instead of having a screen right beside the camera, I have it tethered to a computer so I can look below and see. So, gonna try not to look down there. But holy moly, it is June. I don't know where May went. It just like came and went and it is gone and now it's June. So happy June. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my favorite things from the month of May. I have some entertainment, some books, a beauty one, which I just realized I forgot, so I'm gonna go grab that, fitness, and some food. One second. Okay, and I have my list down below me, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so for entertainment, Ethan and I are probably the last people on earth to get Amazon Prime, but we got Amazon Prime, which means we got Amazon Prime Video, and the first thing that I watched is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So it's a show from the creator of Gilmore Girls, which I love, and it's really cool to see something new. I never watched Bunheads, and I have to find it. I don't know where you can watch it, but I want to watch it eventually. But I started this one, and there's only I think 8 episodes. I'm maybe halfway through the first season. I'm trying not to like binge it so I can savor it because I'm not sure when the second season is coming out. But I'm really enjoying it. It's about Midge Maisel, who is trying to become a stand-up comedian, and it's really funny. It's really like snappy and quick. It's fast-paced just like Gilmore Girls, but there's a lot more adult content than Gilmore Girls. There is some nudity and a lot of swearing, so just a warning. Probably not something for your kids to watch, but it takes place in the 50s, I believe, and I love it. That I just like want to watch it all day, but then when I watch it, it'll be done. So if you haven't watched that already, if you're a fan of Gilmore Girls, definitely check it out. It's really good and I would definitely recommend it. Next is a Broadway musical album. I heard about it from Kylan Court, who had been playing it for her daughter, and her daughter liked it. It's the Waitress Broadway, like the original cast recording Broadway soundtrack. And I'd never seen Waitress, so I like listened to it and I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. So then I watched the movie and then I listened to it again. Made a lot more sense. I haven't seen the musical. I think it's coming to Toronto next year, so I really want to go see it. But I love listening to like musicals, and I really like this soundtrack. I think it's kind of funny that Kylan Court is having her like 4-year-old listen to it, because if you don't know the story, there's like an affair, and I don't know how you would explain that to a child if she was like, Mom, what's that song about? So, but the music's really good and I hope to be able to see it when it comes to Toronto. If you like music theater, I would definitely check the soundtrack out. And I normally don't listen to a musical soundtrack before going to see it. I usually will like purchase it in advance, and then as soon as I see the musical, I will listen to it to like help me remember it. And I remember when Ethan and I saw Aladdin, it did like previews in Toronto before going to Broadway, and like the soundtrack wasn't even created yet, so I like pre-ordered it, and then by the time I actually got it in my hands, I could tell you what happened because I like Aladdin, but I couldn't tell you like the little things that were going on, which is kind of unfortunate because now I forget a lot of it. But like Wicked, I did that. I had the album and listened to it like right after I saw it in New York. Love it. And with Once, the musical as well. And If Then. That's all I can think of right now. And then the last entertainment is a music video. I'm a big John Mayer fan. I've lost track of how many times I've seen him in concert. But his new song, New Light, I really like, and I feel like it's a good summer song. but the music video is where it's at. You have to go and watch it. He basically it's just like making fun of himself. He says that a like bar mitzvah company did the music video because there was no budget, and it's just like bad green screens, and it's just like hilarious, and I love it. And he's like dancing, and he's in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt. It's pretty good, and I think you should go check it out. Next, for books, I read 3 books this month, and like 2 of them it took me a day to read each of them. So I only have the 3rd one. So I heard about this book series from Young House Love has a podcast, which I listen to like every week. And Sherry recommended it, and then I put my name on like the hold list through the ebook like rental thing for the library. So then I got the first one, read that in like a week, then put the hold up for the second one, and then I like really wanted to read the 3rd one and went on the wait list, and the wait list was way too long. And then it's been so long that since I've like taken a book out from the actual library that I don't remember what the libraries are called. So we had it at the local library, but I thought it was a different library, so I went and bought it, but it was only $8. So it's called the Selection series by Kira Cass. So this is the 3rd one. It's called The One. The first one's called The Selection, the second one's called The Elite, and then this is the 3rd one. It's technically a 5-book series, so there are 2 more, but it's like it jumps in time, and then there's 2 more books from like the future. So the first 2 chapters of that next book first 3 are in the back of this one. But I literally like read this in like a day. So I will put like the description of the book, like what would be on the back of the first book, in the coordinating blog post, which I will link below. But it's kind of like, and this is how Sherry from Young House Love described it, kind of like a cross between like the Hunger Games and The Bachelor. So it's like post World War like 4, and there's this caste system. So if you're a number 1, you're royalty. If you're number 8, you're like the low of the low. And then there's the selection. So if you're a woman, like a girl, 16 or older, I think, you can enter your name in the selection. And then the selection is the prince trying to find a wife. So it's like The Bachelor, that there's like 35 girls, but they like stay in the palace, and because they're a part of the selection, they automatically like move up in the caste system. But it is good. It's been a really long time since I've read like a series, and so by the time I finished the first one, I was like, okay, I need to know what happens. Like, I need a resolution to this. So I would definitely recommend it because they're a pretty easy read. Like this one, it's 323 pages, so fairly quick read. I would definitely recommend it. So those are the 3 books that I read this month. Next, for beauty, I have this BioSilk Silk Therapy. It's like a thing that you put in your hair. So you just put a little bit on your palms, rub it together, and then run it through your hair, and I use it after I get out of the shower. My hairdresser uses this, and my mom used to buy it like from a hairdresser and use it, so the smell is like, it smells so good to me, and it reminds me of like my mom and going to the hairdresser. My mom picked this up for me at Costco, but it's a really nice detangler, especially with my hair getting longer, and it's just supposed to like give it some shine and stuff like that, but I like it and I would recommend it. Okay, so now for fitness. I don't really like this isn't like a normal category in my monthly favorites, but number 1, I wanted to talk about my Garmin like fitness tracker. So this is a Garmin Forerunner 35. So I got this for Christmas, and after I ran a 15K in like last October, Ethan said like, you should, because I had looked at them for a while and didn't really want to invest in them, so I asked for it for Christmas and got it. So it tracks like steps, tracks heart rate. It's not the most accurate heart rate tracker. It tracks like sleep if you wear it, so it's kind of like a Fitbit, but then it also has like the GPS for running, which is what I really wanted it for. So you can, and I didn't want to do like a whole post about it because I'm not like, this is the first one I've ever had. Like I've had Fitbits before, but I can't really like compare it to anything. So, but it can track your run. There are different settings that, like, if you have a goal pace, it'll tell you if you're above it or below it or meeting it. It has intervals, so you can run in intervals, and I've kind of like played around with them when I was training for the 10K that I did a couple weeks ago. But it tracks like your step goal you can set, or it kind of like adjusts itself based on your activity. It connects to my phone via Bluetooth, so you can set it to like vibrate when you get phone notifications. The battery lasts pretty long. It depends how much you like use it for working out and running, because that takes more battery. The battery lasts about almost 2 weeks when you don't use it that much. When you're doing lots of runs, which I was doing right before my race plus my race, it lasted about a week. And it just plugs in overnight. It tells you like the weather, what your heart rate is, notifications, steps, how many calories you've burned, and you can track like, even I do like cardio workouts, which are like the tone it up workouts, even if it's like arms or legs or whatever. I use that to log it, and then it connects to your phone and you can see even better. But without like going on and on and on, I really like it and I would recommend it. This, I would probably get a different color band if I was to get it now. I can like screw it off and get a different one, but I'd probably get something more neutral just because the blue color kind of can clash with some outfits. And then the other fitness one is like, you're gonna be like, why is she talking about this? It's the socks that I wear like all the time. So they're just little ankle socks from Old Navy, but they're really thin. I have them in gray and I have them in black, and I have a bunch of pairs. I only buy them on sale, which they're like less than $6 for I think 5 pairs. But they're thin, like I wear them running and they're fine. They're high enough that they don't give me blisters. I find that some ankle socks cut further down, that then they slip under my foot and it's just not good. I've worn them in Walt Disney World. I wear them every day. I really like them. And they're so thin that they're not the like athletic socks. Like I don't think you need those. I've worn these in both of my races that I've done, and I recommend them. Okay. Last category is food. So the first thing is Ethan and I have been trying to have healthier lunches, kind of like bowls. And the bowl that I loved is the vegan Buddha bowl from wellinfull.com. I will put a picture in because it is beautiful. It has like spiced chickpeas that are roasted and nice and crunchy, quinoa with a red pepper dressing, mixed greens, and I think that's it. But it was fairly easy to make, and we like doubled the recipe. It says it serves 2, but you could probably get some more servings out of it. But it was really good and filling, and I could eat like those chickpeas like all day. And then the last thing is kind of the like snack that I've been addicted to. A little bit healthier than chips, not by much. They're the salt and vinegar cracker chips from Special K, and I could eat a whole bag of them, but they are really good. I'm very particular about my salt and vinegar flavoring. Like, it has to be like good enough to hurt your tongue. Like, it has to be that powerful, and that one is. And I really like them, and I'm trying not to buy them because I will eat them all. But those are my favorites from the month of May. Let me know what you guys enjoyed during the month of May. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. All of the links to everything will be in the blog post, which I will have linked below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.